Your reaction?
This is very disturbing. If I'm not mistaken, Skip, this is the same woman that he had the incident with in 2016. Tyreek Hill needs help. There's really no way around it. Now, we can say, well, there's no video footage, but this is what we know for fact, not conjecture, not innuendo. There's a 3-year-old with a broken arm.
Yep.
You see, Skip, when you don't think anyone else is listening but you and someone else, you will speak openly and honest. And remember, my grandma used to say, boy, there's 3 people that will normally tell you the truth. Angry people, kids, and drunks. Now, the kid shared with his parent what the mom is saying on the tape, that he's afraid of his dad. She broaches that subject to him. Why is he saying that he's afraid of you? And his retort, should a normal person, what I would have said, I don't want my son to be afraid of me. I want to reassure my son that I'm his protector and I have his best interest and I have nothing but love for him. I'm not going to reply, you should be afraid of me too, B. No. Clearly, he hadn't learned his lesson. Because, Skip, after what he went through in 2016, no way. He saw what they did to Kareem Hunt. And here we are again in a situation with Tyreek Hill. Now, I believe the NFL is going to step in and Tyreek Hill is going to be suspended for a minimum of a year. But, Skip, this might be the proverbial death sentence, figuratively, for his career. Because I believe the Chiefs are going to release him because, and I don't like to get into degrees where Kareem Hunt did this and Tyreek Hill did that. It was abuse. I believe they're going to release him. They release him. How does another team sign him when this? Because it's reported that the police, the investigators circle back. Because now they have information they didn't have in the beginning.
That is correct. Because yesterday the DA announced that he declined to press charges because he wasn't sure who done it.
Who did it.
Yeah, right?
So now they're going to circle back, possibly reopen this.
He said he was open to reopening, and that's even before he heard the tape. I think Tyreek has more immediate problems with the authorities, right?
Forget his NFL career. That's secondary right now. You need to get help to deal with your anger issues. He's in a world of legal jeopardy, I believe, Skip. I'm not talking about no football now, because football is secondary. Because there's nothing. I don't care if he ran a 4-100. I don't care if he had 2,000 yards receiving and 50 touchdowns. None of that can help him right now. Because his own words, Skip, like I said, what he should have said, what a normal person would say, and what he said causes me grave concerns.
I cannot agree more with every word you just spoke. To me, Tyreek Hill was a domestic violence time bomb once he was drafted, because the incident at Oklahoma State that got him dismissed from Oklahoma State was ugly. He pleaded guilty to domestic assault and battery. He was sentenced only with having to do a lot of hours of public service, and he did eventually get it expunged. But the incident was the incident.
On a pregnant girlfriend.
That is correct. And John Dorsey, who was then running the Chiefs as their GM, he drafted him. He drafted Kareem Hunt. Now, John Dorsey, as the Cleveland GM, has now signed Kareem Hunt, right?
Yep.
So does any of this surprise you? No. And maybe their thought was, well, let's just see how long we can last with Tyreek, and he did make 3 Pro Bowls for them, so maybe they say, well, it was worth it. We got what we wanted.
But, Skip, you would hope if in an incident like this, you hope the guy, he admitted, okay, what I did was wrong. I want to apologize. But whatever, you use young, you want to use that, fine, so be it. I don't agree with it, but you know exactly what you were doing. You would like to think the guy's rehabbed and that he wouldn't do an incident or put himself in this kind of jeopardy again. That's what you would hope. But clearly, I hope and our trust in this young man was misguided.
Well, I think the authorities are going to come down hard here off this tape. And not only on him, but on the fiancée, because she's put herself in harm's way on the tape, too. Because, hey, there's perjury possibilities, there's obstruction possibilities, because she said, I rode with you. I effectively lied for you before to the authorities, right? Okay, so both are in jeopardy, and that's why they couldn't decide who was at fault. Well, this will help them decide who was more at fault. So he may see some jail time here to start with.
Absolutely.
And again, if you look at Kareem Hunt, what happened to him, he effectively was suspended for about a year because it was the end of the Kansas City season. It was 5 plus 2 playoff games and now 8 more, so it's effectively a year.
Basically, yep.
But to your point, the Chiefs, good for them. They did cut ties immediately with Kareem Hunt. That was a new direction for them to say, okay, that's enough, because they could have tried to stand by him and let him serve out his sentence with the NFL. But now I'm with you. They have to cut ties with Tyreek Hill. And to your point, if he does have to do any jail time here, which is a distinct possibility, is that going to end his NFL career? Could anybody touch him? Maybe if he was out for a couple of years?
With this situation, how do you... I mean, look, okay, the precedent is that a very similar situation happened in 2014 with Adrian Peterson.
Yep.
And he was on the commissioner's exempt list for 15 games. He played the first game. He was out for 15. So that's at the bare minimum, Skip, you're dealing with that. That's a year. Adrian Peterson didn't do any time. Now, I don't know if Adrian Peterson was a first-time offender, blah, 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 but Kareem Hunt's not a first-time offender with this abuse thing. So, no,
and the kid has a broken arm.
The kid...
And fortunately, the kid is no longer with the parents.
That's the thing, Skip. Let that sink in for a second. A 3-year-old is terrified to be around his dad. The mom asked him, say, why is he terrified to be around you? I love my son. I'm going to do everything I possibly can to make sure he's not terrified of me because I love him. I want to reassure him I'm the protector. And you turn around and say, in one breath, Skip, you should be afraid of me too, B.
And the most damning, damaging, disturbing note of all, detail of all, is that when the kid's crying and he wants him to shut up, he makes him open his arms up so he can hit him in the chest to stop him from crying. Whew.
Skip, look, and football is probably the most testosterone-driven sport there is. You got to learn how to turn that off. On the football field, you don't back down. But you got to understand, on the football field, there are different sets of rules than if you're a normal citizen.
Yep.
And I don't know what Tyreek Hill is thinking in this situation. I don't understand how he thought this was a good idea. You don't toughen the kid up by punching him in the chest.
I don't know, just sick. It's just, you're right.
He got issues. He needs to go sit on somebody's couch, but he's probably going to go sit in jail first.
It sure sounds like it to me.
He needs help. He needs help. And I think the most shocking is this child. We're talking about a kid who's 3, who has a broken arm. There is no debate. It's sickening. It's sickening.
And both of them in jail.
All right, we are
potential
going to go back to the NFL draft. Did the Giants find their franchise quarterback last night? We will discuss with Reggie Bush. We'll get his take next.